I'm Deborah Harris. I'm the regional chair of the Bristol PM Forum.
I hope I don't offend anyone here, but for many years, professional services firms have often used bland and undifferentiated messages, which do nothing to create a compelling impression that will stay in your audience's mind. Many of the messages are all the same. How many times have you heard accountancy firms claim to offer the best customer experience and an attentive service, and that they care about enduring and long-lasting relationships? For consultancy firms, it's all about customized solutions, global reach, and being results-driven. All these messages focus on what they do rather than being an integral part of their brand message. This doesn't help with differentiation.
So when I'm writing a press release, I always try to keep the end reader in mind. If you're selling a service, offer advice for free, whether that's through articles, podcasts, or social media. People will start to see you as the go-to expert on that topic. If you're selling a product, get your customers to tell their stories about how said product has improved their lives. People love to read or hear about what other people are up to, so cultivate case studies and invite journalists to write about them.
Would you still recommend traditional awareness building techniques such as advertising or sponsorships and face-to-face networking?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely recommend a combination of all of those, really, depending on your budget, of course. The trouble with kind of traditional awareness building, things like sponsorship and events, they can be very expensive, and whilst they are increasing your visibility, they're not increasing your reputation. So you need to mix it up. You need to be looking at what you can do in the background to strengthen your reputation. So yeah, and you can't beat face-to-face networking. So, but that's where content marketing is really good, because it does all three. It strengthens your reputation, but also gives you visibility and makes you relevant to your target audience. So yeah, always a combination is great.
It's again about the boredom element. Is how do we make an intro on a press release attention grabbing, bearing in mind that often we're not talking about particularly exciting topics.
So the introduction, a good place to start is just to tell the reader exactly what they're going to expect, and it needs to be, as I say, attention grabbing. Pull out the most important point of the press release and put it up in the intro, then work down to the least important information at the bottom. Something I was always taught, because obviously I'm a journalist as well, when we're writing news articles, a way to think about the intro of those is, if something's happening in the street, what are you going to run into the pub and shout? Obviously, now the pubs are open, we can do that, but you've got to have that headline statement to begin with, and that's what's going to grab people's attention.